Hey friends, for today's Hatha class, you're going to need a block. So go ahead and grab that now if you don't have one with you at the mat. We're going to start in Virasana, sitting on our block. We're going to start our class sitting in Virasana on our block. So just come to find a tall spine, close your eyes, and we'll just begin by connecting with our breath. You're going to take an inhale through your nose, inflate your belly, ribs, chest. Hold at the top and tuck your chin to the chest. Bring your chin back to neutral. Breathe out of your mouth. Repeat. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Pause and tuck. Untuck and release. Inhale through your nose for 1, 2, 3. Hold and tuck. This time you're going to breathe out of your nose. Lift the chin, breathe out. Inhale again. 1, 2, 3. Tuck. Untuck out of your nose, exhale. Last time, breathe in. Hold and tuck. And tilt the chin to neutral and release. Good, gently open your eyes. When you're ready, you can go ahead and lift your sit bones up or move the block from underneath you. Tuck the toes under or go ahead and sit down onto your heels. We're going to extend this block out between the arms lengthwise without gripping with the fingers. You're going to squeeze as hard as you can, keeping a micro bend in your elbows. See if you can relax the jaw and the face and neck. And gently breathe in and out of your nose. And keeping the spine long, preventing it from scissoring. When you're ready, you're going to bend the elbows to 90. So elbows are level with the shoulders. You're still squeezing, building heat as we turn on all of the intrinsic muscles surrounding the shoulders. You're going to keep squeezing as you lift this block up and over behind you. And try if you can not to scissor the ribs, keep them long. Looking straight forward. Return the block back to 90. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Extend the arms out. Good, squeezing block to 90. Lift it up and back. Squeezing, block to 90. And extend it out. And continuing this a few times. Bend. Reaching back, ribs stay in. Back of the neck stays neutral and long. Look forward. Good, bend to 90. And extend long. Good, bend to 90. Lift the block up, back and over. Good, and then back to 90 and extend one more time. Bend, squeeze as hard as you can. Lift the block up and back. And get the elbows as high as you can without scissoring the ribs apart from the hip crests. Good, bring this block back to 90 and extend it out. Okay, go ahead, place the block just at the front of your mat so it's available. We'll create some tabletop circles. So spread the fingers wide and just rotate. Big circles, hips towards the heels, bringing the weight over the wrists. Go ahead and change directions. And just warming up the forearms, the muscles in the hands, and the joints in the wrists. Good, and then from here, we're gonna just practice a couple of scapular push-ups. So if you don't know what those are, we're gonna lean forward into a modified plank or full plank if you're feeling extra strong today. When you're ready, you're gonna keep your elbows completely straight, and we're just gonna squeeze the shoulder blades together. Notice I'm not just letting my hips sag. They're staying strong, braced by the core. So we're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then push the back of the heart to the sky, hollow out the chest. For 10, 9, 8, elbows stay straight, 7, 6, we're isolating the scapular, 4, 3, 2, 1, good, and relax. From here, we're gonna take this block to the second height. We're gonna go ahead and put our fists down on the block. You're gonna keep your hips elevated above the knees, and we're just gonna relax the forehead down, taking this nice deep stretch through the belly, the chest, the underarms. Keep squeezing the fists as you press down, and really breathing deeply into the torso. And just feeling this opening through the side body, the ski slope in your spine as you tilt your sit bones up high. Good, and then from here, you're gonna go ahead and release the hands from the block. And we're gonna just place the block again so it's accessible at the front of the mat. Plant your forearms into the earth. And when you're ready, you can extend the legs back. Lift the hips up off of the mat. If you're feeling extra tired, keep the knees tapped down, but we're gonna work through the core to get things fired up today. So again, try to push the back of the heart to the sky. Firmly press down through the cylinder bones of your forearms and hold here. Length through the crown of your head. Maybe heel toe your feet back a little farther if you need a bit more challenge. Breathing in and out of your nose. You're stronger than you think. Usually it's your mind that gives out first. Good, go ahead and rotate to your left. So you're gonna come to the left forearm now. We're gonna reach the right arm up, pivoting onto the outer edge of that left foot. And keep firmly pressing down through that left forearm. Lift the left hips away from the mat and lift that right leg if you want more challenge. Smooth breaths in and out of your nose. Good, release that right leg, come back through center, and we'll switch. So go ahead and pivot to the right. And take your time coming into this. Left arm extends up, looking towards the fingertips or to the left side of the space. Breathing in and out of your nose. Right hip is pushing away from the mat. Option to hover the left leg for the final 10 seconds. Few more breaths. Good, back to center for the final 30 seconds. So hands plant down, forearms are rooting into your mat. Brace through the core. Keep breathing. Last 10 seconds. Good. Slowly release the knees to the mat and just kind of find a child's pose. Hips towards the heels. You can have toes tucked or untucked, your choice. We won't be here long. I'm just finding some breath. Good, and then you're going to inhale, ride the breath forward, coming into a Sphinx posture. So come ahead and bring the belly right down to the earth. Lift through the crown of your head, elbows are underneath the shoulders, and just take a nice stretch through the belly here. Thinking of pulling the heart through the window of your shoulders. Good. We're gonna fire up the core one last time here. So when you're ready, you're gonna tuck your toes. And we're gonna come to a forearm plank. And so from here, option one, the modified variation, left knee to left tricep, and then right knee to right tricep. Or seeing it's gonna be really difficult for me on this uneven ground, but tapping knee to elbow and knee to elbow. You can choose the variation you like. I'm gonna do the modified. When you're ready, 10 each side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Whew. Let's go ahead, clasp the hands together and just roll out the wrists. Move the elbows with this. Letting go of the arms. Take a breath in. Breathe out. And one more time, full inhale. On your exhale, root the hands down in front of you. Lift your sit bones up and back, finding a downward facing dog. Knees can be as bent as you like. I'm just focusing on tilting the sit bones up towards the sky. And let the head relax down. And just enjoy this sense of length you're creating in your posterior chain. And get in touch with your senses. What do you notice right now? What feelings are coming up for you physically, emotionally? What thoughts are rising and falling? And just taking a mindful moment of remembering. Okay, and we're going to slowly start to tilt to the inner arch of the right foot, the outer arch of the left. And just start to tent those right fingertips, walk them forward, option to stay here. And just finding this nice deep stretch. Okay, and we'll all find side plank. So lifting that right hand off of the floor or the mat, reach the right arm up overhead, finding this really nice big arc. 5 more breaths. Option to take whichever variation you like with that top leg if you're feeling like you want to add some intensity. Good. If your leg is lifted, tap it down. And let's all go from here. Take a deep bend in the knees. Start to shift the hips back towards the heels. And then go ahead and plant your right hand back down. Find downward dog. Good. We'll go right into the second side. So you're going to pivot to the outer edge of the right foot, the inner arch of the left. Option to kind of stay here in this twisted downward dog, or tent the fingertips of the left hand, walk them farther forward. And take a couple of intentional breaths through your left underarm. Good, and then finding side plank. Left foot stacks on top if you like. If this is too much, the modified variation is to step that left foot forward or come again to your forearms. Good, so you might want to reach this left arm up overhead or to the front of the mat. An option to lift this left leg, take a variation that you like, and breathe here. Good, tap that left foot down if it's lifted. Once again, go ahead and take a deep bend in the knees, shifting the hips back towards the heels, plant the hands down, and then find downward dog. A couple of big breaths here. Good, bend your knees, and then step this right foot forward between the hands. We're going to go ahead and fire up the low body just a little bit. Find length through your spine. And keep breathing in and out of your nose. Good, from here, we're going to bring the left hand down and reach the right arm up towards the sky, looking towards the right side of the space for a simple twist. Good, tap this right hand down, bend your left knee, and come to sit down onto the heel. Extending that right leg long, take a big breath in, and on your exhale, fold forward over the leg. Breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Okay, so if you want to try balancing posture, option 1, you might stay here, hands to the heart. Option 2, you might see if you can actually lift this left knee off of the mat, balancing here. Or for the full variation, maybe you can start to float this right foot off of the mat, squeezing the knees together, balancing in this crouching posture. 3, 2, whoop, and 1. Tap the knee down. We're going to lean the weight forward, stand all the way up, send your left knee to your chest. Balancing here, take a big breath in, and on your exhale, we're going to lean forward, coming into our warrior 3 posture. Extend this left leg straight back behind the hip, crown of the head extends forward. Again, if you want to welcome some intensity into your practice, send the arms forward in front of you, biceps in line with the ears. Hips stay square to the floor. Deep breaths in and out of your nose, bracing the core for 5, 4, 3, 2, standing splits on 1. Fingertips to the mat, extend your left heel high. Big breath in and lengthen. Exhale, kick as you fold forward over this leg. Again, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale to fold, option to hold this ankle. And maybe lift up with the strength of your grip, practicing standing splits. And this is meant to be hard, so if you're wobbling, come back into it. Try again. Hands to the mat and step back to plank. Inhale, let's hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, chaturanga on 1. Inhale for an upward dog, either knees to the mat or chaturanga. Inhale, modified or full plank. Downward dog as you exhale. Full breath in, full breath out. Okay, bend your knees. Go ahead and step your left foot forward between the hands, finding this long lunge here. Length through your spine, pull the shoulder blades back and down, looking ahead of you. Good, right hand stays rooted down. Find a simple twist. Reach your left arm up, looking towards the hand or the left side of the space, and feeling this really nice length that you're creating through the crown of the head, out the back heel. And tap your right knee down. Send the hips back in space to sit down onto your right heel for half Hanuman. Lengthen and breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Lengthen and breathe in. And fold, breathe out. One more time, lengthen. And fold. Good, go ahead and lift the weight up. Option 1, stay here, balancing with hands at heart. Option 2, begin to lift this right knee off of the mat and maybe balance here. Or option 3, see if you can lift the left heel off of the ground and bring the hands to prayer. Whoop, balancing. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and tap this knee down, lift the weight forward, knee to chest, breathe in. Good, I'm on a root there. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and extend this right leg all the way back behind you. Finding your stability, reach the crown of the head forward. The back leg is active, so see if you can hug muscle to bone. Thigh is drawing in, so it's not acting as this dead weight holding the leg down. Think of lifting it up. Good, option to send the arms forward, breathing in and out of your nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, standing splits on 1. Fingertips to the mat, extend the heel to the sky. Lengthen as you breathe in. And kick and fold as you breathe out. Option to stay here, or maybe once again, lifting up with the strength of your grip, practicing your standing splits posture. Looking underneath your nose at the mat, kicking a little higher. Good, and then find plank. Step the foot back. Breathe in at the top of your push-up. Chaturanga. Inhale for upward dog. Either knees to the mat or chaturanga. Inhale, modified or full plank. Downward dog, exhale. Full breath in. Full breath out. Release the knees to the mat. Take hold of your block. We're going to practice dolphin posture. So we've been working through the shoulders quite a bit and the core. And for dolphin, remember you don't have to have straight legs. They can be as bent as you need. We're going to focus on really lifting the shoulder blades. So when you're ready, bring your hands to squeeze this block lengthwise. And send the feet back and lift your hips up. Knees are bending if needed. Think about squeezing this block, pushing it down. And breathing in and out of your nose. A couple more breaths. Good, and then relax the knees down. Go ahead and remove the block now. And when you're ready, we're going to try the same thing again. So this time without the block, and we're going to tap. See if we can tap the chin or forehead down. So you're going to bring the forearms to the mat. I'm trying to find a spot that feels a little bit level. You're going to lift the hips up. Then we're going to lean forward and tap the head down and lift back up. Lean forward, tap the head down and push back up. Lean forward, tap down, push back up. 2 more. 1 more. And relax. Good. Hopefully you felt that all in those muscles surrounding the shoulder blades, the delts. Ready? We're going to come back to our downward dog. Bend the knees, look forward, and step to the front of your mat. Lengthen as you breathe in, and fold as you breathe out. Inhale, lengthen. Fold, breathe out. Inhale to circle the arms all the way up towards the sky. Big breath in. On your exhale, take the right arm back and down and scoop up the inside of your right foot. Inhale to lengthen up tall. Exhale to kick back in space. So here our shoulders are nice and open for this dancer's posture. And this is the original Natarajasana. If you're someone who likes to practice holding onto the toe or finding mermaid here, your shoulders will likely feel a little bit more open than usual. And it might feel really good to express that variation here. Whichever variation you're in, let's go ahead and hold for another 5 breaths. And release. Good, you can find the second side. So inhale to circle the arms up. On your exhale, you're going to take the left arm, circle it back and down, scoop up the left foot on the inside. Inhale to lengthen up tall. And on your exhale, kick back in space. Reach the chest forward as you send your shin back behind you. Breathe across your heart space, creating some space in all that tissue and muscle across the ribs. And let's all hold for another 5 breaths. Reaching your maximum. Good, and then relax that foot down. And we'll come to mountain. So come to just bring your feet hip distance apart. Roll the shoulder blades up, back, and down. Good, and then inhale to circle the arms up. Exhale to bow forward. Flat back stretch as you breathe in. Fold as you breathe out. Bend your knees and come to sit down all the way onto your back. So we'll come into a couple more back bends before we close our practice. Option 1 here, bridge. You can press down through both feet and lift the hips up towards the sky. Holding and breathing. Glutes are active. Or option 2, your shoulders again are nice and open. So if wheel is a part of your practice, you might enjoy expressing that right now. So just taking the hands, fingertips towards the shoulders. You can lightly lift to the crown of your head and then rise up. And finding this nice big full body smile. Let the facial muscles relax. Deep breathing across the heart. And for both variations, let's hold 5 breaths again. Good. Bring the back of the head to the mat. Slowly lower down. And we'll just come right into a twist. So you're going to wrap the right thigh around the left. Let the knees drop to the left. Arms out to the side, look to the right. Good, and then return back to center and find the second side. Left thigh wraps around, knees fall to the right. Close the eyes. A few deep breaths in this nice twist. Return to neutral. Unravel the legs and bring the soles of the feet to connect. Let the knees drop out to the sides, just neutralizing the spine. And while you're here relaxing on your back, I want you to just take a couple of moments to just really appreciate yourself. Thank yourself for getting here on your mat today. I was recently listening to a podcast by Brene Brown, and she talks about FFTs. It's kind of funny. It's effing first times. And we're going through a global pandemic, and while it's now February of 2021, it's still not normal. This is all still so new to us. And it's okay if you're exhausted. It's okay if you're still mourning the loss of what was. It's okay if you're feeling like you're still having a hard time adjusting. In fact, it would be really strange if you just adapted immediately. Cut yourself some slack. It's okay if you need to go to bed at 8 o'clock at night. And just allow yourself to just be without judging how you're handling the situation. Maybe as your mantra for this practice as we close, just saying to yourself in your head as you breathe in, I'm doing the best that I can. And breathing out. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.